question. I'm afraid to pick it up. My hometown is haunting me.
What inspired me to make this film was just the fact that I love my little boy. And I realized I knew a lot of things about being a parent. I learned pretty quickly. But what I didn't know was how to protect my child from predators. And I knew this horrible thing had happened at my school growing up, but I had not learned anything from that. And I think it was because we never talked about it. And we didn't talk about it because we didn't know how to talk about it. And as a result, it happens for most people in the world, and it keeps happening. And so what I did was a sort of a deep dive investigation into what happened at my school. I kept thinking, what really happened at my school? And so I took a very, very close look, and what I found was deeply disturbing.
In the senior class, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there are 6 suicides out of 49 boys.
I mean, it's like 1/10 of the class. That should be headlines today.
I mean, I realized so many people had been hurt. That broke my heart. So I literally sat there for 6 months. I kind of made lists and did research of people who I could call and people I could talk to. And then I was afraid to make any phone calls because I didn't want to hurt anybody. I didn't want to hurt anyone anymore because it's a very personal story. It wasn't like someone hired me to make a movie. It was a movie that I chose to do about my hometown that I loved and my school that I loved and my friends who I loved. And I knew it would be painful. So it took me a really long time to even pick up the phone and make the first phone call. The story and the movie, it has a life of its own. I want my film just to start that conversation. It's the beginning of the conversation because there's so much to talk about and we can do it. We can stop this before it starts. And that's the triumph and that's the hope and that's why I made it.